Sit.
I'm guessing it's not your first time in cuffs. What's your safe word?
Advise Secretary Blake that Quan Chi is in custody. We'll be moving him to the Supermax facility at Fort Charles within the hour.
Yes, ma'am.
You two stand guard. Prisoner transfer will be here in 20.
Oh, now she trusts me to babysit.
Cage, report.
We haven't caught up to Devora. We had her tracked to the Makiba Cliffs, but then her trail went cold.
Damn.
Jackie thinks Devora's unique physiology may allow us to pinpoint her location. She's retooling her smart comm to track Devora's pheromones.
On my command
How
only.
long?
Wound.
She has to write
Do
in
not
code.
kill.
We're looking at 2 hours?
Sergeant, your team doesn't have 2 hours. We need her found immediately.
Sonya!
Cassie, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but there isn't time. Bring your team back here. We need to regroup and redeploy.
Yes, ma'am.
They're doing their best.
I know.
General, we have a visitor.
You two are friends, right? He tell you he was coming?
Nothing.
General,
Master Hisashi, I hadn't received word you were coming.
I will have Quan Chi.
We have things under control. You can...
He must die.
Raiden needs him. Without Quan Chi, we can't restore Liu Kang and the other revenants. You'd leave them trapped? Like you were?
Only Quan Chi concerns me.
Don't do this, Hanzo. I'll put you down.
Then we are at an impasse. Semeru! Quan Chi is mine.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chapter 9 of Let's Play Mortal Kombat X. In this chapter, we are playing as Scorpion. So, a little about Scorpion. So, Hanzo Hasashi, aka Scorpion, is an Earth roamer from Japan that was reborn in another realm when he and the Shirai Ryu were exterminated. Believing the culprit to be Bi-Han, the original Sub-Zero, due to Quan Chi's manipulation, he seeks vengeance and kills him in the first MK tournament, which eventually leads to new Cybot's creation, but it's not until later on when he discovers Quan Chi was really the one behind it and orchestrated the whole thing in order to frame it on the Lin Kuei to get Sub-Zero killed. That was the original timeline. It has slightly changed with the reboot, but not by much. In the rebooted timeline in Mortal Kombat 9, he still kills Sub-Zero in the first one, but the main thing that changed in that one is the new Sub-Zero, which was Bi-Han's younger brother. Instead of him also killing him, I believe that one turns into he gets cyberized and turns into one of the Cyber Lin Kuei, from what I recall. And we already gone over, so there's not really much I need to say about her that I haven't already said in prior videos. Anyway, not too difficult for the first match. Let's keep on rolling.
I wish you no harm, General Blade.
Call off your men, Hanzo.
If you value our friendship, you will give me Quan Chi. Withdraw. Without Sento, you are vulnerable.
Alright, so next match is against Johnny Cage. Same thing like Sony, we already got over him, so this is honestly what tends to happen now as we get to the later chapters of this game. We've already pretty much covered all the recurring fires that we've gone through, so there's not a whole lot to say. Of course, some obvious little tidbits. Scorpion, he's one of the mainstay, like, iconic characters of Mortal Kombat. Preferably, honestly, he's like the mascot. Alongside him, Sub-Zero, and Raiden. Those are like the three most recognizable characters in this franchise. And whenever a new trailer for Mortal Kombat comes out, more than likely you end up seeing Scorpion or Sub-Zero in that trailer. So he really has a big part in the franchise, even though for most of the part, like, you know, Liu Kang's mostly seen as, like, you know, the chosen one and whatnot. Scorpion is often depicted as an antagonist, but really I would say he's more like an anti-hero. Like, he has heroic qualities, however he has a darkness in him that for the most part tends to put him on the darker side more so than others, just because of that rage he has inside him due to his family and clan being killed like that.
Only Quan Chi's death will abate my anger.
Hanzo, no! You've earned great trust for the Shirai Ryu. Do not squander it murdering a withered sorcerer.
That withered sorcerer is the architect of my suffering.
Master Hasashi, I am grateful that you've come.
Speak your mind. I do not wish to linger here.
You re-establish the Shirai Ryu, as I reform the Lin Kuei. We both seek to shed our clan's dark pasts, dedicate them to Earthrealm's protection. Our common purpose gives us a chance to end old rivalries, to start anew.
You'll confess what you've long denied? That your clan's hands are soaked in Shirai Ryu blood? In the blood of my family?
Our honor is indeed stained. Please, sit. After you and I were freed from Quan Chi's control, I sought out my clan. I had hoped rebellion from within would have quashed the Grandmaster's plans. But Sector had realized his father's vision. The Lin Kuei had been fully cyberized. I pledged to kill Sector and his followers, reform the Lin Kuei, and restore our honor.
I am not interested in Lin Kuei politics, Sub-Zero.
When I finally killed Sector, I discovered the Lin Kuei had not sacrificed its honor with the Cyber Initiative. We had abandoned it long before.
There will be no peace, Scorpion!
Frost! The Lin Kuei are still without honor!
Master Hasashi, wait!
For what? More treachery? I will have your head!
Alright, so this one's a little bit of a bait and switch. At first, I thought we were going to be fighting Frost, but Frost, she's just a background character in this game, like in a majority of games she appears in. However, she will be playing a major part in Mortal Kombat 11 when we get to that game, so those of you that like Frost, she's coming back. She's coming back. Just in this game, yeah, no, she's not that important. So much like Sub-Zero, we've already talked about him a lot, much like him, we already talked about him a lot in his own chapter. There's not much really to go on or add on to him, really, except for what they were saying with the Cyber Initiative. Like you said, Sector and Cyrax eventually you know, transform the clan into a bunch of cyberized warriors that would increase their fighting potential and basically turn them into the ideal killing machine with no remorse and whatnot. Cyrex is really the only one that was like heavily pushing against it, while the others were like going towards it, all hands on deck, like, okay, we're all for this. You can actually see, for once, their human appearance in Mortal Kombat 9 when they rebooted the series, so you can actually see how they were before they were robots. And that's the first, because before, in the original game that they appeared in, they've always been robots. So to actually see them with human versions, that was really interesting to actually see. Speaking of those two, they kind of, sort of, actually no, they do make an appearance in Mortal Kombat 11. I believe, I know they're not their own characters, I believe, well actually, you do fight them in the story, I remember that. I don't remember if they're like their own separate characters, or they're combined into a being called Triborg, which is a mix of all three of them.
Our story ends here, Sub-Zero. What is this?
I did not bring you here for treachery. Frost is strong, but lacks judgment. She cannot see the wisdom of peace. I will deal with her.
You spoke of the Lin Kuei's lost honor.
For years, I had thought you had unfairly blamed the Lin Kuei for the deaths of your family and clan. But Sector's cyber-preserved memories revealed the truth.
The Lin Kuei need to abide their agreements, Sector. The Grand Master gave Shinnok his word.
Shinnok's currency is lies, as is yours.
Payment is due. I exterminated the Shirai Ryu as promised.
Hanzo Hasashi lives. He's your Spectre Scorpion.
I created Scorpion from Hasashi's soul after he died. We observed the agreement.
The letter, not the spirit. You are owed nothing.
Harumi. Satoshi.
Had I known of my clan's complicity in the Shirai Ryu's extinction, our history would be different.
I killed your brother because I thought he...
Quan Chi is responsible for Bihan's death.
Sector was wrong. There is a debt to be paid, and Quan Chi will pay it. Unbind him.
Scorpion, we can...
My name is Hanzo Hasashi! You killed my wife, my son, and then you burrowed your way into my head, misdirected my vengeance, cost me my one chance to have them restored!
Your family,
Ah! Quiet, sorcerer. Nothing can help you now.
And just like everyone else, we've already got over Quan Chi. In fact, my controller died. I remember this scene, because that's why I'm not doing anything. Like, controller was usually like, was dying, so I was like, oh crap, let me pause this crap and get it reconnected to see if it actually works. It's like, alright, cool. It's working. Let's see. Nah, I can come back from this. He's not too hard. Hopefully I don't live to regret that. But yeah, so before he actually takes his vengeance, we're gonna beat the hell out of Quan Chi ourselves, because we don't want to just, you know, execute him straight like regular plain. We want to actually make him suffer and feel the pain that Hanzo has gone through all these years. So yeah, this is the first game to where Scorpion and Sub-Zero have put their issues aside and actually clarified the miscommunication that has happened. Or yeah, the mystical devastation has happened due to Quan Chi's deceit by the hands of Sector and Shinnok in terms of how they plan to exterminate the Shirai Ryu, which caused Scorpion, or which caused Hanzo to be transformed into Scorpion, I should say. So, like I said, this is the last fight for this chapter, and then in chapter 10, gosh, I actually don't remember who we control in chapter 10. It's not Cassie, it's not Jackie. Wait. No, it's not those two. Or did Takeda come in? Well, I'm actually kind of lost who the next person is that we control the next chapter. But I guess we'll save it for next video. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play Mortal Kombat X. And the next one, I'll see you guys in chapter 10, and we'll continue on with the story. So until then, take care, everyone.
At last, you feel my pain.
Scorpion, stop!
Punchy!
Amulet.
Get over here!
Blood for blood. Your debt is paid.
Free us, now!
Shinnok.
How small they are.
This one greets Lord Shinnok.
Quan Chi chose his servants well. He was wise to restore me in Earthrealm, behind their defenses.
Quan Chi deceived them, allowed himself to be captured. He knew they would bring him here.
A pity he did not live to see his work completed. There will be no surprises from you, Mr. Cage. Bring him.
Praise be to Lord Shinnok.
Let us be on our way.
There is an Earthrealm force in Netherrealm.
I am aware. They will be neutralized.
Oh, shit. Mom! Where's Dad?
Shinnok.
Mom, where'd they go? Mom?
Your father. Shinnok's prisoner. At the Sky Temple.